Welcome back to my channel. We're finally going to be doing another reading vlog, and hopefully you guys see this one. So Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy has come out with this summer reading challenge that has 10 reading prompts and 10 physical prompts. Some of the physical prompts are like, read a book that was published in the summertime, but you know, it can count for one of the other 10 reading prompts. You only have to read 10 books. Or it's read this book outside. You don't have to be outside the entire time, but for part of it. You know, so I'm thinking for that one, I'll listen to part of my audiobook outside. There's also like Take a Walk. I'm not going to go through all of them. Hold up. There we go. I'm not going to go through all of them with you right now because the way I want to do this is go in order of reading prompts down the list and find a book, and I'm gonna grab that book. You know, maybe I do tend to go into a lot of my books blind, so maybe not know a whole lot about them, but be like, I think this has fake dating or whatever, because that's one of my favorite tropes. And then I read it in this vlog, and we go to another and pick all the prompts, or pick all the books and the prompts like in real time. So by the time you see this, I've already read all the books, but current me has no idea what we're doing, and it's fun, right? So I'm going to get you over here, possibly, maybe, let's see, there we go. My books are kind of right here and right here, so you might see me like that. But the first prompt for the summer reading, booked for the summer reading challenge from Cassidy, from Covers with Cassidy, I'll link her down below. The first prompt is an arranged fling turned more. So an arranged or forced marriage, which I hate, or a marriage of convenience, which I don't like, but you could also do fake dating. I might have fake dating on my shelf somewhere. I don't know yet. I haven't looked. Here is the thing. I had already put on Instagram a picture of some books that were going to be read for this challenge, or that I thought could be read for this challenge. It was my TBR, but I'm notorious for not sticking to my TBRs, and I only had 5 books. And you might ask, well, what about the other 5? The other 5 were part of my digital book collection, and for an arranged or forced, an arranged fling turned more, I was going to read Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. I've already read that. Loved it. It's so dark and gruesome, and it was so bad, but it was so good. I loved it. So with that being said, I need to scour my shelves for a fake dating or arranged marriage type of book. Okay, I have 0 arranged marriage books and 0 marriage of convenience books because I don't like them. However, there are 2 fake dating books because Fake Dating is one of my favorites, so I don't have many that I haven't read. So there's The Decoy Girlfriend by Lily Val. This is like a Hollywood style romance. I'm scared for this one. Freya isn't a celebrity, she just looks like one, so she's hired as this lookalike to Taft. She's hired to pretend to be his girlfriend, and then, you know, fake dating turns into real whatever. But the one that I'm actually gonna go with is Summer in the City by Alex Astor. And look at that. I also think that Lindsay from She's Booked and Busy, from She Is All Booked. Ooh, I don't remember. Lindsay is going to be reading this in the month of July. It is still July. I don't think they've done their live show. Do they do a live show? I don't remember. But this follows a screenwriter, so that's scary for me. I don't usually like following writers, but she's in a rut and she moves back to the city where she is next door neighbors with this billionaire high-tech guy, but he needs to save his image and she needs to get seen because she's seemingly a nobody yet, but she wants to break into the writing world. And this billionaire tech guy, they don't like each other, but they have to pretend to be together so that it shoots her to stardom and kind of gives him more of a better PR, because, you know, if he's with like a lady, if he's with a woman who keeps him grounded and is like a good girlfriend for him, it'll help. So, Summer in the City. I will either have some B-roll for you or I will update you on my thoughts.
Mommy.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Mommy.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Mommy.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Mommy.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. The next day, and I have made it 80 pages into Summer in the City by Alex Astor. I'm going to DNF this. I should have known because it's about a screenwriter. I don't like books that follow writers. I also don't like the Hollywood or the New York scene. I don't mind if books take place in LA or take place in New York, that's fine. But when it's all about like the famous parts of New York or LA, that's when I have an issue. And that sucks because this is such a beautiful book. I think I definitely fell into the beauty of this one. And here's the thing, I think that this has the potential to be everything for the right audience. But it has way too much going against it for me personally. Don't like the billionaire aspect. Don't like the screenwriter aspect. Don't care about the characters all that much. And I wasn't like fighting for them to be together. I was just kind of reading it just to read it, and I'm not enjoying it. If I finished it, it would be fine. It'd be like a 2 or a 3 star for me. But I know that potentially this has like a really good, it has room to be a perfect romance for the right audience. I'm not the right audience for this book, for the reasons that I've already explained. Which also means that I'm going to be on Holly and the Decoy Girlfriend by Lily Val before I even read it. This is a Hollywood romance. This is a Hollywood fake dating romance. And I just don't care to read about celebrities or billionaires. This has a billionaire. The man in this is a billionaire. What's his name? Not Elle. Elle is the girl. I don't even remember his name. Anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna unhaul both of these. Halfway finished with Love Wrecked. I made it to chapter 11. There are 21 chapters and I am DNFing it. I know, but here's the thing. I hate Daisy. This entire book sounds like a broken record. It's Daisy's only character trait. The only thing Daisy likes is drinking and getting like hammered drunk, mostly until the point that she doesn't remember the day before. And I don't like it. I can't do it. So I'm gonna mark it as finished on Audible, but that does mean that I haven't finished a single book yet. I'm sorry, like, honestly, every day all Daisy wants to do is drink, and like, that's fine, I guess, but it's like her only character trait is, oh, I was partying, I was drinking, oh, I blacked out last night, had to get my phone and look at pictures to remember what happened yesterday. Although she doesn't really remember, she just has the pictures because when she gets drunk, she likes to take pictures. I don't know. I'm feeling very towards this book, and I'm just gonna unhaul it. Well, not really, because I own it on Audible. Oh wait, you know what? I don't own it. It's actually just part of the Plus collection, so I'm just gonna remove it. I put marked as finished and removed it. I still need to find a marriage of convenience or an arranged marriage or a fake dating book. So I will update you when I've read something. It's the next day, and I'm about halfway done with The Deal by Elle Kennedy. And here's the thing. There's this scene. So you follow... Let me go back. You follow Hannah, who is interested in this guy named Justin. But he doesn't really notice her that much. But Garrett is like the star of the hockey team, and Justin is the star of the football team, you know, whatever, jocks. And Garrett has failed an ethics class and bringing his GPA down to under a C, which means that if that continues, he's going to be kicked off the hockey team. He does not want to be kicked off the hockey team, so he finds Hannah, who got an A on the ethics exam, and he's like, can you tutor me? So she's very reluctant. She's like, no, I don't want to tutor you. No, you're on your own. No, you're on your own. Eventually she caves and she starts tutoring him for ethics, but there's also this deal, like Garrett knows that Hannah has a thing for Justin, and he's like, well, why don't you just pretend to be my girlfriend? It'll make him jealous, and then you'll get him. So it's like this fake dating arrangement for tutoring sessions, and we all know that it's gonna turn into like real love. But here's the thing, there's just this conversation with Justin and Hannah. Mild spoilers? I don't know. Maybe mild spoilers. But he was talking about how he's from Seattle and how you have to go everywhere in rain boots. I am so sorry to burst your bubble, but that sounds like a tourist who's never lived in Washington. I've never been to Seattle per se, but I'm from Washington State, like Vancouver, Washington, which is right across from Portland, Oregon. But I grew up there, and you do not wear rain boots. It's just, yeah, it rains all the time, but nobody actually wears rain boots unless you're a tourist, which is fine. But I just thought that was kind of weird. Anyways, I'm enjoying this book finally. Finally enjoying a book. And finishing up some laundry. And then I don't have any laundry today, and it'll be nice. And also, my other camera is finally fixed, I think. It was charging last night, but see here, I had to send it to Best Buy. They had to fix it, and then yeah, I think it's finally fixed because they sent it back, so I can actually use this for vlogging, because this is my vlogging camera, and use the other camera for like just discussion videos and whatever videos. One of the prompts for Cassidy's reading challenge was to go outside and as you read. I have my earbuds in because I'm listening to The Deal by Elle Kennedy, and I sat on my front porch, which is outside because, you know, it's not enclosed yet or ever probably, but I'm out here. And Kevin is bothering me because that's what puppies do. Yes, he is 2 times as big as me, but he's still a puppy because he's only like, well, he's probably 10 months now, 11 months now. Pretty close to 11 months now. But he's a gigantic horse. Oh, and I'm playing my Wordle on my phone. Oh my god, Elle Kennedy. What? Her scenes are steamy. Hey friends, it's the next day. I had a lot going on yesterday, so I didn't get to finish The Deal until this morning. But I finished The Deal by Elle Kennedy, which is the first in the, not Briar U series is a different series that's connected to these ones, but it's The Deal. I don't remember the name of this particular series, but it was really enjoyable. I really, really liked Hannah, and it started off very reminiscent of the Kiss Quotient. Like, she was very shy and didn't want to, you know, do anything with anyone. And then she met Garrett, and she's supposed to tutor him, but he was like, well, do you need a fake date, pretty much? And then, you know, it turned into real love, and it was cute. So, I am going to be marking off an arranged fling turned more, because that is fake. Well, it could have been an arranged marriage or something. Okay, so I'm taking that off. Then the challenges, I I don't know what my summer bop is. I'm kind of just listening to anything country. So maybe I'll have to read like a country romance, a rodeo romance, cowboy romance. I've never read one though. A western romance. I've never read one. I don't know if that's what I like, but it would be Read Outside, because there was a little bit of the video where I was reading outside, but I was actually out there for a couple of hours of the audiobook. I don't think you'll be able to tell, but I played like Sudoku and I did my daily Wordle and just kind of sat out there a little bit. So I'm gonna count that as reading outside, even though it's technically on my porch, but on my porch is outside and there's like sitting area and it's really nice. So I'm gonna count that. I'm also going to write what book I ended up reading. So there's the deal. Then let's figure out what my next book is gonna be. So Lost and Found Family. The family you choose, there is found family within the book. So Found Family. It is the next day and I haven't started a book, but the next prompt is to read a book that has the found family trope. For that, I'm going to be reading First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. My son picked a bookmark for me. It says Matilda, and like, I don't know how he knew, but I loved Matilda. This one isn't, hold on, a new to me book, but I've also read it already, so there's Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. So right now, actually today's the last day, so when you see this it will be over, but Barnes & Noble was having a buy one romance book, get one half off. So that would explain these two, but it gets better. These are huge, like gigantic. This is a series. I know, who is she? And also it's dark romance, and it's it was buy one get one half off. So I have Haunting Adelaide and Hunting Adelaide by H.D. Carlton. I read Where's Molly by this author, which is a spin-off series of this. Loved Where's Molly. So now I have zero ideas what this is about. I know it's the cat and mouse duet. I'm honestly terrified at how large and in charge these are. These are like 600 pages, over 600 pages each. That is, oh, this one's almost 700. That is terrifying. This was everything that I needed. So I used this for Lost and Found Family for the summer reading challenge from Covers with Cassidy. Oh my god, this exceeded all of my expectations and broke me into a million pieces. I absolutely loved this. So this is First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I don't think that I updated you halfway because I was just enjoying it and it was amazing and made me cry all the ending. Chef's kiss to that ending. But basically, you follow Lucy and Aiden. Aiden is this host of this radio show, and Mia calls in about her mom, who kind of doesn't really date. She doesn't look for love. She doesn't. It might be that, you think she doesn't believe in love anymore. Wrong. Alita is wrong. What really happens in this book is that Lucy is a hopeless romantic. She wants real love. She wants all the little cute things about love, but she's never found it. Aiden, on the other hand, doesn't believe in love anymore because he's been jaded for it. And she ends up going to guest host the radio show with Aiden, and slowly but surely they fall in love. And honestly, the ending is what just broke me. Like, I was sobbing in those clips because I couldn't stop crying because, like, I know romance books are cliche and, like, they're epic, grand gestures or, just whatever for the books. But this grand gesture was so cute. And I just really, really enjoyed this book. 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. If you couldn't tell by how much I am gushing over this book. He proved to Lucy that he loves her because, there's always that second, I don't remember what it's called, but there's that problem that separates them, even though it's kind of sometimes a silly problem. But basically, Lucy overhears something she wasn't supposed to, and now she's avoiding Aiden. And Aiden, to prove to her that, he loves her, he recruits some found family. And that's all I'm gonna say because it was just perfect, and I'm trying really hard not to cry again. But this matches so well. I didn't even mean to match my outfit. But we know that this is my Lost and Found Family, but then there's the challenges in the bottom. I have spelt summer using the cover. You have to use the front cover only, but let's go summer. So S-U is down here. Then M is right here, welcome. Then M is romance. Then E, and you can use that R or you can use the R down here. But summer on here. I was supposed to read this a couple months ago with the Swoony Readers Book Club when they read it. I didn't, and now I'm sad that I didn't, but this was so perfect. And because I think it's perfect and it made me cry. Here's the thing, if a book makes me cry, I usually always give it 5 stars. Because I'm a I'm a feelings monster, and if you can make me feel deeply, then you get 5 stars. I love this book. Like, is it my favorite of the year so far? No, it's not. But it's a contender for top 3 books. Oh my gosh, most of my favorite books are romance this year. Usually it's like thrillers with a couple romance. I think this year it's gonna be romance with a couple thrillers. However, I did start reading dark romance this year, so some of my favorite books at the end of the year might be dark romance and rom-coms, not just rom-coms, but this was so cozy, and usually I don't like cozy books, but this was cozy. This was, it was just everything. It was just everything. And it says a hopeless romantic meets a demoralized radio host in this cozy Sleepless in Seattle inspired love story. So I kind of want to watch Sleepless in Seattle now. Would you guys be mad if this reading vlog had a little, movie? I don't know. I don't know. I don't ever watch movies just for myself anymore because, I'm a mother. But that doesn't mean that you can't. Oh, Sleepless in Seattle. I might try and do that. Actually, my daughter's gonna be leaving for a little while and I'll be home alone. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh no, I'm not gonna clean. I'm gonna take a break. Maybe. But oh my god, I loved that book. I'm not gonna pick my next one right now because I'm emotionally devastated right now, but like in the best way possible. This was so good. This met all of my expectations and blew them out of the water. So I'm very, very excited for that. Also, okay, I'm just feeling really pretty today. That doesn't happen very often, so I kind of just wanted to show off my prettiness. It's hard for me to let myself wear like these kind of shirts because you can see my belly and I don't like my belly, but I mean I do look pretty good, and I did have my black DCs that are black and pink, and they make the outfit really nice too, but I don't know if I'm gonna be leaving, so if I'm gonna stay home I don't need shoes. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi and show you how pretty I feel today. Like, that feels so weird to say. It's actually been a few days since I talked to you last, and I said that I was gonna read P.S. I Hate You by Lauren Connolly for our road trip with an enemy prompt, which like this fits perfectly because it quite literally is a road trip with your enemy as both of them are grieving. So she is grieving for her brother because her brother died, and he is grieving for his best friend because his best friend was her brother. So they have this shared grief, and they're going on this road trip to scatter his ashes around. Here's the thing. I right now don't have a lot of time to like sit down and eyeball read, because this is going to be an eyeball read unless I can find it on audiobook, and right now my audiobook provider says that this is a 20-week wait, so I don't want this video to end just because I don't have the time. So I am going to skip that. I was gonna try and read them in order, but I'm gonna skip that one and go to Summer Nights, a slow burn. So the nights are long, and so is the burn, a slow burn romance. And for that, I actually have All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata on my, like, on audiobook. And I really want to read it. So I am going to start that audiobook today while I am working on some things. Like, I've clearly been recording. I have been working on Veda, so hopefully Veda has come out, is coming out. I'm not sure. I think this will come out during Veda. That'd be kind of cool. But that means that I actually need to read the books for this was in my classroom, but anyways, my dog got it. Obviously, he didn't get it from my classroom, but I must have brought it home or something. But yeah, I might not film a whole ton, but I will update you when I'm about halfway, unless I do some B-roll. I do really like filming B-roll, but I have like to set up things, and I have to organize my bookshelves because they're messy again. Although that might actually be a video in itself for Veda. And if you don't know what Veda is, it's a video every day in August or April, depending on when you do it. I'm shooting for a video every day in August, so I kind of have to plan some things for that, and I can listen to an audiobook while I plan and maybe while I clean. So I just wanted to update you on the fact that I'm still going to be reading this for this reading vlog, but for right now I'm going to skip that book and go straight to an audiobook, or else this video is going to take forever. I meant to stop in the middle of All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata, but here, hold the phone. Here's the thing. I loved that book that I couldn't put it down long enough to tell you that, hey, I'm halfway and I'm really enjoying it. So I didn't. And now here we are. After I finished that book, I actually just ordered it on Pango Books because I had some credit since selling a book or some books. And yeah, so I bought it. It should be here next week, hopefully. Oh my goodness. So this has all the things. It's Grumpy Sunshine. It's slow burn, like mega slow burn. They did not, he started calling her, so her name is Aura is one of her nicknames, but he started calling her Angel, and she thought, oh, he's just calling me that because he can't remember my name. But it was more of like a pet name type of thing. He started doing that like halfway through the book, and then they did not get together until like the very, very, very end. And that's kind of what I like about Mariana Zapata's books, because like the angst is there, the banter is there, I can feel the love without them doing, like, without it being spicy, without them crossing the friendship line, or even sometimes they're not even friends. But without them, like, it's all about building their relationship, and it's very, very slow burn. But I never really thought I would be a slow burn girly until I read The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata, and I really, really enjoyed it. So All Roads Lead Here follows this woman who is going to Colorado. Her mom went missing, like, years ago when she was only 13. She's 33 now, something like that. So it was like 20 years ago. Her mom just was this incredible person, and she full-heartedly loved her mom, and her mom praised life was about not being perfect and just doing the best that you can and being there for the people that you care about and that care about you. And Aurora is on a mission to go to all of the hiking trails and things that her mom went on, because her mom, huge hiker, like, loved the outdoors, and left journals of all the different hiking trails and, you know, her rating for them. And now that's Aurora's, and her entire mission is to go follow in her mom's footsteps, basically. And she gets, there's this apartment above the garage of Rhodes's house. His name is Rhodes. That's why it's R-H-O-D-E-S. All roads lead here. Rhodes. Road. That's his, I think that's his last name. But that's what he goes by. And what was I even saying? Yeah, so there's that apartment for rent, and she thought she got a good deal. Turns out that Rhodes did not know that Aurora had rented that apartment, because he wasn't supposed to be home. He was already supposed to be out of town for business, and his son had listed the apartment above the garage, and it was supposed to be like a temporary, you're here for 1 month, you know, that's fine. I mean, it wasn't fine. He was super grumpy and super mean about it, and immediately I could feel the banter and feel the, I think he's a tough guy on the outside, but I don't think he's like a mean person. And then it was like their slow burn romance, and there's a bit of an age gap, but not in a way that made it weird or gross. So he is 43 years old, and she is 33 years old, so there's 10 years, but she's very mature for her age, and she's been through a lot, and you kind of learn that throughout the book. And he is very much grump, but I don't think he's as grumpy as he wanted to be. I think he's just very protective of his family, and his family at the moment is his son, and he doesn't know Aurora. Like, obviously her intent is good, and she's just there trying to connect with her mom in a weird way. And I think his protectiveness comes off as being rude or grumpy, but they are so cute together. I loved it so much I had to buy a physical copy. It's gonna be a 5 out of 5 star. I just really loved it. So I also made, oh, maybe I don't have it right now, but I made this sunset picture because the cover that I had for the digital book is gonna be different than the cover that I bought. The one I bought is like a bunch of roads, you know, because all roads lead here. Ha 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 ha. But in this one, it's like orange, and it's got him and her on opposite sides, and he's like grumpy and she's like but the orange and the like, oh, that was so pretty. But I also took this picture when I was on vacation of the sunset, and I thought that those looked very much similar. So for the prompt for this one, I could either use Get Crafty with a book cover, because I'm going to post this to Instagram. It'll already be on Instagram when you are watching this video. But I could do that, where I could do Sunset Chaser, because yes, that took me a little bit to edit and to get really nice, and I'm really proud of how the Instagram post came out. But also that sunset, oh, that sunset was so pretty. I have a different idea for sunset though. I have like 8 days of sunsets that I wanted to make like a board, and I could count that for Get Crafty with me. But then, or I could do the board for sunsets and find a book that kind of matches it that also fits a prompt. So I'm not entirely sure, but I am going to tag Cassidy in that photo on Instagram, and like I said, it should already be up. But I don't know what I'm gonna read next. Part of me kind of wants to wait until tomorrow to read P.S. I Hate You by Lauren Connolly. I also have PD tomorrow, so I don't know how much I'm actually gonna get read, but you know, I need to bring a book tomorrow, like mandatory. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Okay, I started Wedding Dashers by Heather McBrain. I have barely... I've been reading for like 3 hours, and I am 105 pages into this book, which is 9 chapters. So you follow Ada and Jack and Ada. So they both basically can't leave London. They're supposed to go to Belfast for her sister's wedding and his best friend's wedding, and there's problems at the airport, so they can't fly, so they have to figure out a different way to get to Belfast from London. And there's like a train and a boat, and it's this really epic adventure so far, but it's really funny. Like, I was making dinner and I found the audiobook on Libby, so I was listening to this as I was chopping onions and making meatloaf today, and I started laughing as I was cooking, and my son came over and he's like, "Mommy, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, why?" And he's like, "Why are you laughing? I want to know what's funny." And it was what could have been a spicy scene, so I wasn't gonna explain to my 4-year-old son like why mommy was laughing, but they were talking about a certain anatomy on the male part, and the way that she described it was hilarious. And so you follow Ada and Jack, and they almost had a one-night stand, but then they figured out that, you know, they're actually going to the same wedding. She's supposed to be he's supposed to be the best man, she's supposed to be the maid of honor, and it's just this really fun adventure, and like, I feel like she has this unnecessary hate for him, or maybe not hate, but just strong dislike for him, and I don't think that he really dislikes her, even though Like, it's supposed to be a hate to love, but I don't think they actually hate each other. I just think that they don't understand each other. And also, her sister has said some stuff about, you know, her to him and him to her, you know? So, like, her sister's kind of meddling into it because she didn't want them together, because he doesn't really... both of them think that it's too soon for their best friend slash, like, sister and best friend to get married, but, you know, so they're kind of low-key judging this other couple that we haven't met, but they're trying to get to the wedding. And everything is going disastrously wrong. And it is so fun. I'm just having such a fun time. I kind of wish that instead of being an almost one-night stand, that they actually did it. That they actually had a one-night stand. Just because I think it would be that much more funny. Yeah, and I'm just really enjoying, like, this adventure. It's very much, like, travel focused. It's like they are trying to get to that destination, but everything is working against them. And I'm just having such a fun time. So Lynn Painter said the swoony banter, the hilarious travel mishaps, the forced proximity, Wedding Dashers has it all. I agree 100%. So I don't know, part of me, okay, here's the thing, I work tomorrow, so I have to remember that I work tomorrow, so I can't stay up and finish this. Can I? No, I can't. I work in the morning. I have professional development all day tomorrow and on Tuesday. We can read it after. I can read it on the bus. Oh my god. I have like an hour bus ride. Just coming back. My husband's gonna drive me to my professional development, but I have to get back. And on the 2 hours, I don't know if 2 hours is enough. But we're gonna finish this. I'm loving. Oh, see, this was just the reading challenge I needed, because I was kind of slumping on my reading, but these romances are just, they're giving me all the angst, all the banter, all the oh yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'll see you later. Hey friends, it's been a couple of days. I think in my last B-roll you saw me walking, and then I posted P.S. I Hate You right after. But here's the thing, I was walking on the U of A campus while I was reading Wedding Dashers by Heather McBreen, and I finished Wedding Dashers. That's why I started P.S. I Hate You. I finished Wedding Dashers, and oh my god, I really loved this book. It's a hate to love, adventure romance. They are both trying to get to the same wedding, I finished. Oh, sorry, my voice is out of whack. It's either the first day of teaching strained my voice, but I swear I didn't yell at all. I didn't even have any slip ups at all because I'm trying to be more aware of my volume and I'm trying to be more quiet, because if you have to yell to gain control of your class, then you don't really have control of your class. So I apologize for whatever this situation is. It's either I was talking too much and my voice. It happens occasionally as an educator. I don't know if any other educators experience the laryngitis of teaching, or my husband and my son were sick really bad, and my husband's been sick for 9 days, and it was a throat thing. My throat was really itchy, but it doesn't hurt or anything. It's just this voice problem, and it sucks, especially as an educator. But it's been a while since I talked to you last. So I finished P.S. I Hate You by Lauren Connolly. This was so stinking cute. So this follows Maddie and Dom. And Maddie and Dom both have lost Maddie's brother, Josh. He got cancer. He passed away. And he basically put his sister, Maddie, and his best friend, Dom, together to do this scavenger hunt type of thing. But at each place that they go, they have to spread some of Josh's ashes. There's 8 places that he didn't get to go in his lifetime and that he wanted to. And so he sends his sister and his best friend. And they hate each other for actually very good reasons. I mean, Maddie absolutely hates Dom. There's no hard feelings on Dom's end, but she has a good reason to very much dislike him. And so they're kind of forced together through this scavenger hunt / spreading of Josh's ashes. And this whole experience takes 2 years, I think, and 8 locations, and I sobbed so freaking hard because I can't tell you because I feel like it's a spoiler. It definitely is a spoiler. But Josh, let's just put it like this. Josh had a plan the whole time. And there are secrets that you don't know going into the book that kind of clicks everything together and makes sense. And it's forced proximity. I read this for Cassie's reading challenge, but I read this as my summer tune. And my summer tune that I just can't get out of my head is For My You by Lainey Wilson. I love Lainey Wilson, but it's just all about those back roads in that 4x4. And I can't really sing right now, as you can tell. I cracked my voice doing that. But I very, very much enjoy that. And technically there's no 4x4 in here, but they do go on this epic adventure. And at some of the locations that Josh picked for them to spread his ashes, they have to go on some epic adventure. They have to go on an airplane ride. They have a small airplane ride, you know, like one of the touristy ones. They have to climb a mountain. They have to hike. And she's so much against. She's like, I can't do it. I have asthma. And that does come up a few times. But once she actually succeeds in the adventures that her brother sent her on, it was well worth it. At least I think it was. But there's also like road trip vibes. There's just so many adventures, and I'm gonna count that for 4x4 by You because it's like a romance on an adventure with your person. Not to mention all the adventures include some type of forced profit. Only like 4x4 by You, so it's like, I don't know, I see a pickup truck or a Jeep and just, you know, going through the desert or going up the mountain, and they went up mountains, so I'm gonna count it. Then what I'm going to assume is the last book for this vlog because it's so long already. Like this vlog, so much longer than I thought it would be. I don't really remember all the books that I had on there for the summer reading challenge that Cassidy is doing. So I'm gonna count this as my last book for that reading challenge, just because I can. I'm allowed to. But hold on, let me go grab that book. I have already started Haunting Adelaide by H.G. Carlton. I'm only 45 pages in, and it's already like done some things like stalker, murder. I think it's a stalker romance. And it's like dark romance. It is very dark. I was already disgusted by something in here. But, you know, I mean, does it count as a spoiler if it happens in the first 40 pages? I'm going to say yes. But you know what you're getting yourself into with an H.G. Carlton book with a dark romance. I believe it's like going to be a stalker type romance. But it's funny because the person that you're following knows that there's a stalker watching her. And she's just like, yeah, I'm going to put on a show. And it's funny. It's so funny. I don't know. Dark romance is very weird because I am new to the dark romance genre, but I will read anything this author writes, and I'm really enjoying this. I think I'm gonna really like it. I'm still very early on, so I can't really tell you anything that I haven't already, but 600 pages, and I'm 45 pages in. So we're going to finish this book together, and then after that, that'll be the end of this vlog. This was also published in June of 2021. Let's see. This was published in, June of 2021. So this counts as my book that was published in the summertime for this reading challenge. I don't remember what the prompt was, but I remember that I had to read a book that was published in the summer, and it has to be a romance. And you know what better than this dark romance that's huge. So this will be counting for this challenge, and then I'm going to end the challenge after this. But I will update you tomorrow, maybe. Alright, this is going to be the end of this reading vlog. It wasn't as long as I thought it would be. It was a lot of editing, so it was close to 3 hours when I started, and we're down to just over an hour. So I feel like I did pretty well on editing, but the last book that I ended up finishing was Haunting Adeline by H.G. Carlton, and oh my god, this was dark. I love this cover. I have to tell you, it's a stalker prey type of dark romance, but also the prey is not the innocent prey that you think. I didn't hate it. I think I'm gonna end up giving it like a 3 or a 3.5 star. It was fine, but I am going to unhaul Hunting Adeline and Haunting Adeline because like it was good. I just have no need to finish the series, and like there's no need for these books to be this long. Like I feel like I like dark romance that is shorter in length. But the plot was plotting. I do have to say, a lot of dark romance books is all smut. The smut was on point in this, but the plot was good. Like it was kind of scary, and I enjoyed it. But I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. You don't want to miss a single day of Veda, so let's get going. I mean, I might like be... No, I don't want to jinx myself, but I haven't missed a day of Veda yet.